Hello, so this video is on an S-beam I received back. So you can see it was in Alaska, rusted out, and the weight's fluctuating too much, so I'm suspecting it's the connector itself. And you can see the indicator itself, how it came. So they needed to replace the battery because it was not holding a charge, so it's battery replacement, not too difficult, but I'm going to show you the connector itself, and the bolt is so rusted on there, I can't even take it out, so I'm actually going to be cutting it off and putting a new connector on there, and then seeing if it needs to be recalibrated and all that. So I'll show you that work now. Okay, good. And I've been testing out the battery, and you see it's still on. So let's actually try calibrating it. So I have my S-beam here hooked up to the crane, and you can see it plugged in. Right now it's negative 0.05 or maybe positive 0.05. It doesn't fluctuate when you wiggle the cable, which is good. That's how you know you made a good connection here. Good soldering. Because you don't want the wires to cross over. Seems fine. Now you can turn it off, turn it back on, or press 0 or tear. So it's still 0. Seems fine, so I could actually lift it up. So right now you see it's 504.9. Still fluctuating a little bit. Let's wait till it stabilizes. So the weight is fine. I mean, I could recalibrate that, make sure it's closer. The problem is when I actually lower it and try to go back to 0. The problem is it just fluctuates so much. And even if I turn it off, turn it back on, it won't go back to 0. You want to lift up the weight. Right, it says 501. I can recalibrate, that's not an issue, it's just... Problem is it's not going back to 0. So it fluctuates way too much. It's without a spec of negative 0.05 plus 0.05. So might seem like it's a bad load cell unless the customer wants to have less accurate. You know, are you okay with 0.1 pound, for example? If that's okay, then a lot of the fluctuation might go away. So a couple more things, might need to contact the customer and see what's going on. So you can see it's out of spec. It's supposed to be 0.05. Right now it's 0.1, sometimes I go to 0.2. And it's not doing anything, it's not moving. But it's still fluctuating a lot. So this is a bad S-beam where it doesn't go back to 0. And there's nothing you can do in the indicator problem because it's not a problem with the readouts. It's actually the problem with the S-beam itself. So in this case, you have to contact the customer, replace the S-beam, and then recalibrate. But that's generally things you look for. You look for the connector, maybe that's what it is. You move it around and you can see the weights are fluctuating. Then maybe the wires are crossing, but in this case, it needs a new S-beam, and I'll contact the customer. All right, thank you, bye.